Hi, I'm Mike Morales. You are watching us on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our platforms. We are on the Great Festival Chase, and tonight we are at Sol y Luna in Bakersfield, California, where Tres Ochos, where the owners of Tres Ochos, you're looking at Jordy and Jerry, who are the brainchild or the originators of Tres Ochos Tequila, and they just had an event here at Sol y Luna, beautiful event. If you've never been down here, please watch our previous video where we can show you the pictures and you'll learn the background story of this lovely place. And you guys are the ones responsible for Tres Ochos Tequila, which is a brand of promise winner in the past and been on our Great Festival Chase. First of all, why tequila? Because you guys now you come from a liquor background, correct?
Yeah, all my life.
Okay, and why don't you tell people who you're familiar with, who you've been with in the past?
Well, started at Southern Wine and Spirits as a specialty brand spirit and wine guy, working for Harvey Chaplin, who was actually the owner of Southern Wine and Spirits. Worked there for 12 years.
Is this in Florida?
No, actually, I was in the one that was in North Hollywood at the time.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
And then opened the Cerritos office. Worked there for 12 years. Got hired away by a company called NDC.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah, NDC. Al Davis owned it. Not Al Davis, the football guy.
The other Al Davis.
So basically, my dad was a big wine and liquor guy. So when I was a kid, I learned, and here we are.
Wow, you grew up in this business.
Grew up in the business. My mom worked in it. My dad worked in it. Most of my family members. And then
how many people in your family?
Me, a brother, a sister, a dad, and a mom, immediate. And yeah, I have 5 kids, 5 sons, 1 daughter, and 8 grandkids.
Wow, and they're all in the booze business, folks.
Yeah,
or most of them.
They all drink it.
Yeah, well, there you go. And Jordy, you're not even from, your background's not even liquor though, right?
No, I'm a professional pilot by trade. I flew for American Airlines, Air Cal, and fly corporate jets out of Aspen, Planet Hollywood, and
Aspen, Colorado. So you're based in Colorado, and you're based here in California. Then?
Live in San Clemente.
San Clemente. Oh, hey, you surf, don't you?
It depends.
Friday nights at the bar.
Friday nights at the bar.
Jordy's not actually
No, the interesting thing
of Laguna Beach, but the company is based in Singapore.
in Singapore. Now, for those of you who have watched our Sipping Off the Cuff, you know that the profile and the look of the bottle is primarily geared toward the Asian market, and that was on purpose, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Who came up with the idea of the AAA? Tell me the story about that.
AAA started. It's kind of a roundabout situation where we were trying to buy a SIM card in Thailand.
Oh, okay.
And we tried to do Tequila first, and CRT said,
Tequila. No, CRT said no, right?
No way.
Yeah.
But if you will drop your application for the trademark of Tequila, we'll help you get any trademark you want.
Oh,
so
good. Wow.
We proceeded. Then I was trying to buy a SIM card in Bangkok one night, and there were $2 and $5 on the wall. They were $500, $2,000. There was 888, 889, 9888. I asked, why are these so different? 888 is the magic numbers in the Chinese culture. Luck, health, and prosperity. And they spent thousands of dollars for phone numbers, street addresses, license plates with 3 8s.
Wow. So it's basically about good luck.
It was about getting the trademark was good luck as well.
No kidding. Well, so I knew that there was an Asian influence, but I wasn't aware that there was a cultural and a luck. There was
synergy between the two.
A synergy, yeah.
Exactly.
Because if you look at the bottle on the back, you've got 888. You see the number on the cap as well. It's all very. Now the flavor profile, was that something that was also deliberately geared toward the Asian palate? Because first of all, explain to people where your Asian influence comes from.
Being a pilot flying in Asia and the Caribbean and Mexico, we got to sample a lot of different brands. in Asia, they're not, especially China. Tequila is a growing spirit. It's not one of the most popular. Baijiu is everybody drinks baijiu.
Right.
You know, but as the lower class becomes middle class and upwardly mobile, they are now emulating everything that's in the West. Tequila being a growing spirit that's coming up in China, and affordable because the middle class is becoming more affluent. So we're trying to fit in that niche. The flavor profile is one of their biggest spirits besides baijiu is cognac.
Oh, okay.
They're very prolific cognac drinkers. So we did some tastings between tequila, good aged tequilas and cognacs, profiles between the two. Asked Arturo Fuentes, our master distiller, to see if they could come up with something with that. There was 10 of us. We went down to the distillery, tasted different profiles. Picked this one, accepted this one.
I know. I told Jordy off camera. I've been to this distillery before, and Arturo Fuentes has been there forever. He's a very prolific master distiller with a lot of wonderful tequilas come out of there, and have come out of there in the past. And so it doesn't surprise me that he was able to narrow down what it was that you were looking for. Yeah.
We brought him comparatives.
Good. Okay.
Cognac comparatives.
Right.
And let him create the best tequila complement to the cognac profiles that the Asians liked. Fortunately, it's blended between American palates and Asian palates, and that's why.
Yeah, you don't want to pigeonhole yourself too far out.
No.
On that
And we're
ledge.
very proud of it, and we've gotten great acceptance from it, as you can.
Yeah. Where are you now located in which states can they find you in?
We're in California, Nevada, looking at Arizona right now, and Colorado.
Okay. Well, that's good. So you're growing it nice and steady.
Slow but steady.
What do you find, since you've been dealing with the Asian culture as well, what do you find challenging when you want to express what Tres Ochos tequila is and how you get it past their lips?
Just the category of tequila to a local Chinese or a local Thai person, or it's not the most recognized type of liquor in the Asian cultures. Where the popularity comes from is when the French, the Germans, the Russians, the Americans all go to these exotic resorts. They want to drink what they're used to at home, quality tequila. Fortunately, 100% agaves now are being the only tequila of choice. Ours is a good tequila. There's several other good tequilas on the market, but the demand for 100% agaves is what's driving the industry.
What do you see, Jerry, as a challenge now in the States versus Asia? I would imagine that Jordy handles a lot of the Asian market, but what do you see? I mean, you've been in this business a long time, so you've overcome a lot of challenges, but everything changes in decades. You know, the new generations come in. So what do you see?
So encapsulating my association with this company was when we sat down, I could see his vision. You know, and I grabbed that vision and kind of cultivated it to the point where I felt that I would go out in the marketplace and see what kind of customer reactions I got. So having sold every kind of spirit from Bordeaux to cognacs, you name it, I've been out there doing it. When I started taking this into the marketplace, the negative connotations were almost zero. So what in essence I'm saying is the product speaks for itself. Once I put this in the consumer or the person asking me the question's mouth, it's a done deal. They all go, it's beautiful. I said, you know what? You just answered all my questions. I taste this against various brands in restaurants and, off-sale accounts. Very, very rarely do I ever get a negative. Now that hasn't always been the case with other brands, but I came back to Jordan and I said, you got something here. And, I think we're gonna be very popular in this marketplace. And it's coming to fruition, slowly but surely.
You guys have been at this for how long now?
4 years.
4 years. Yeah, in my estimation, from what we've seen in the market, if you get past that 5-year threshold, there's a really good chance that you're going to you're going to grab that foothold. Even if it's just a few states to begin with, because you know how competitive the market is. you've already, you've been around, Jerry, for a long time. You already know what kind of techniques are out there and what to expect from the big guns. And Jordy's learning from your experience and from his own as well. What do you see for the brand in the next 5 years? Where do you all see this thing going? And of course, we only have the Añejo here, but there's also Blanco and the Reposado, and you can see all. There's a secret too. There's I guess an XA in the works. But where do you see it going from here?
I see China driving the demand in the United States, where most brands, the United States drives the demand in other countries. The Chinese are traveling prolifically now. The middle class in China, I think 370 million of them traveled out of China last year. They're going to come to America and see 888. It means something. They can't read the word Herradura or Patron or Salsa, but they can read 888, ba 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 in the Chinese culture. So our vision was Asia initially because of the acceptance in the States. We're expanding. We're walking before we run, and we're expanding exponentially at our pace.
Wow, that's a.
This might be too personal or too detailed a business question, but what's the balance between your sales in the Asian market and your sales in the U.S. market? Is it about 50-50, or are you leaning
Right now, it's
Asia?
about 50-50. It's picking up, as like I said, I'm going in November to
Taking
Bangkok.
some home.
All right.
Thank you.
Good seeing you guys. Thank you.
Pleasure meeting
You as well.
Thank you. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, man. Congratulations. Walking away with some tequila.
Get that man.
Yeah, find him. Go ahead. You said it's you really see the right now 80% of the exports out of Mexico are going into the United States, but you see that switching gears so that Asia is going to be the.
Well, there's a reason for that, Mike.
Tell me. I want to know.
There's 1,400, 1,500 brands in America.
Right.
In Asia, there's 25 or 30, and none of them have luck, health, and prosperity behind them.
That's smart business.
Oh wow.
So that we have less competition and we have better branding opportunities. That's the reason we're driving that way. But we know that the packaging and the quality are becoming of interest in the United States. So we're pursuing that market through Jerry and our partners here.
That's
So
awesome.
one thing,
and the help of Tequila Aficionado, who have been great sponsors for us over the years.
And I think one thing, as far as getting brands into the marketplace for a long term is all about distribution. The biggest obstacle that you have to overcome is getting your product in a distributor's hands. A lot of times they are resistant to taking something that's not with a major like a Constellation, but I get such good feedback. I'll walk in offices where I've been and my products are up on the back wall. And I walk in, like I go to Southern every week, and I walk in and she goes, "Oh, Mr. Tequila's here." So I tell them, look, I said, what do you think? They go, the packaging's amazing. What's in the bottle's amazing. You guys are doing everything right. And I go, and what are we waiting for? And they can't give me a definitive answer.
To settle between Glacier and
because there have been so many people moving around, but his vision is what I try to tell them. If you take that vision and you tell your people, it's going to be successful. Because I go up against the Southern guys, the Young's guys, and the other distributors, and you know what? They don't like me where I've got a foothold because I threaten them. Because what I have is...
Hey, I know that feeling.
Yeah, and what I have is because I'm part of it, I'm going to tell you that I think it's superior product, whether it is or not. I leave that in the hands of the person tasting it. And like I said, positive is pretty much what I get. So I'm confident that you will see this as a household name in the very near future.
it's one of the few brands you can recognize from across the room. Not only the packaging, but you can read the label that's sitting at the bar, where you cannot do that with any other brands. Maybe Johnny Walker, because you know the stripe.
Right.
But if you don't know the shape of the bottle, or have been, inundated with marketing for 5 years, you have no idea what's in any of these bottles. And that came out of sitting in Japan one time and looking at all Japanese writing, and it was a pretty bottle, but I said, what's in it? And the guy couldn't explain it to me. I said, well, then let's just put it, why don't you put the name of what's in it? Put Baiju or rum, the biggest letters. So at least English being the international language, most of the bar, or a third of the bar, is going to be able to explain to you in Chinese or Japanese what's in that bottle. So that's why we have the biggest word on here is tequila.
So you're in your packaging and your marketing and all that. You're literally educating your public. You're doing two things at once. It's almost as if the product in the bottle and the packaging are your own tequila ambassadors. Without you, it's like it has its own voice and its own character, and it's doing the footwork for you.
A picture's worth 1,000 words.
And one other thing I really like to bring up, we have put this in the marketplace at a price that is really hard to beat. We come in with a premium product that is handcrafted. Again, it speaks for itself at a price that most people can afford. I have a saying, and it's at a price that you can afford at a quality that you can't argue with, basically. And most people that buy it say, there it is. And they let the product, they pour it, people drink it. Wow, I need to have it. So that's all you need.
Yeah, Tequila Aficionado, we
I
fell in love with it at the beginning. So that's that.
You were one of the first people to analyze, critique it independently, unbiasedly, and that interview still carries with us today.
You picked a great distillery. Again, there's lots of I just spoke to a news person not too long ago about maquiladoras, and I said, you can't knock maquiladoras because there are a lot of maquilas that manufacture some great award-winning tequilas for some very reputable brand owners.
Correct.
Yep. They got to pay bills too. And that's a testament to these factories like Fábrica de Tequilas Finos that comes up with some great flavor profiles.
Arturo makes some stellar brands.
He does.
Yep.
He's got more winners than and for those of you who've been in the business long enough, you'll remember stuff like Lapis, not even Lapis, but there's Mexican Moonshine, but there are several others that
Perfecto Mundo. I don't know if you're familiar with
Yeah,
that.
well, we've pursued them. We haven't been able to taste it, but Tonalá is another one. Somebody shipped her a bottle of Tonalá before I met her, and it's still up there on our shelf, because it's such a known brand.
Siete Leguas.
Well, yeah.
That was the one that...
A different distillery.
I know, but
distillery.
I'm just saying as far as a tequila that came long term, and evolved. He actually...
Jordy has an interesting stories about the beginnings of Siete Leguas, Patron, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah,
yes.
and I know, you guys need to eat.
No,
so, lastly, if there's something that you would like to tell the people out there, the one thing that you want to tell people about Tres Ochos, what would it be?
Try something new that will light your fire because, like I said, I've been drinking tequila pretty much my entire life, and I can guarantee you that if you try it, you'll like it.
What about you, Jordy? What do you?
I have to agree with Jerry. If you taste it, you'll buy it. Basically,
Yep.
It fits on the shelf. It's a bartender's dream. There's not much you can't say about being industry friendly with this brand.
But we don't have to tell you. You already.
I'm sold. So if you folks out there watching this, if you want to taste Tres Ochos and you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you'll be able to taste this directly from these two gentlemen at El Cholo Cafe in Pasadena. That'll be next Friday. What's October 26th. We are the VIP hour. These folks will be pouring their añejo tequila. Come by, say hi, get a ticket right now online. Look them up, El Cholo Cafe, Pasadena, and you can talk to these guys directly and get it past your lips. But in the meantime, we're going to enjoy a little bit more and have some dinner. I'm Mike Morales for Tequila Aficionado Media. Thanks again for watching.
Salud.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
That was fun.
That was great. You guys